Hello there, Apba Football fans. We got bonus coverage here. We got Tennessee Titans 2024. They are at Kansas City, 2024 Kansas City, in the first game of my double elimination tournament to find out who the best team was back in 2024. I want to do this. I'm a big Lions fan, and they should do pretty good in the tournament here. Anyways, what we got going on here, we got an absolute thriller going on. Somehow Tennessee has hung around the whole game here. And just a second ago, Okonkwo caught a 4-yard touchdown pass from Levis. They kicked the extra point. We are tied at 24 with 3 minutes and 45 seconds left. They kicked off, and Kansas City has the ball at the 30-yard line. As we got Patrick Mahomes in a try and bring Kansas City down and avoid one of the biggest upsets I ever had in Apba football. So here we go. First down, 10 to go. What's the call going to be? They're going to start out with an inside run to Kareem Hunt. So obviously most of the game Kansas City's been in. They've been in the A index. So 6, that's going to put them in the A index. Defense they run 36. A, going to be a standard. I'm going to go odd, so it'll be a 1 and 4 column. And 45 is a 20. Hunt only gets 1 yard on that. Gets 91 yards. Rushing on the day. So we got second down, 9 to go. What's the call going to be? They're going to go a little short pass to Xavier Worthy. See if they can pick up some yardage here. Mahomes. 36 is a 12. So 2, that'll put him at B index, but he's an A receiver, so grade A. 26, standard defense. Odd, going to use the first and fourth column. And 36 is the 12. He tosses a 9-yard pass to Worthy, and that is going to be a first down. Mahomes is up to 286 yards passing on the day. Worthy's 5th catch for 62 yards. As we got 2 minutes and 45 seconds left in the game. So I try to keep everything all caught up here. Not used to doing football that much, but we'll see how we can do with all the different things I have to show what's going on. So at the 40-yard line, first down. What's the call going to be? Kelsey. A little short pass to Kelsey as they just try to articulate the ball down the field. Mahomes looking for Kelsey. 45 is going to be a 12, so it's going to be a decent pass. 7 puts him in an A. 43 puts him in a standard. 2, second and fourth column. 45 is a 12. Kelsey grabs that one for a 5-yard gain. .291 yards passing, and Kelsey's up to 73 yards receiving today. As he is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 targets caught, 10 passes. And we are down to 2:15 left here. As I said, Kansas City trying to come down here, maybe get a touchdown field goal, and pull this game out. This will be the last play, it looks like, before the 2-minute warning. And they're going to go a short pass to Andrew Hopkins. It's Mahomes trying to throw some short passes to get him down the field. 56 is a 17. 9 puts him in a grade A. 64. That's going to put him in a D line. Even be the second column. 56, 17. Incomplete pass to Hopkins. And we are are going to the 2-minute warning here in Kansas City. We are tied at 24 in an absolute stunning football game. And here they have to come out of the timeout. 2-minute warning. We got a 3rd down and 5 to go. Can Mahomes somehow pull off the 1st down here? Looks like Marquise Brown is in that wide receiver. And they're going to go a short pass to Marquise Brown. 3rd and 5. Mahomes, 31 is going to be an 8. That's going to be a good one. 4 is going to put him in a grade A. 56 on the 3rd and 5. That'll be the nickelback. Put him in B. Even. 31 is an 8. Seven-yard completion, and he's pushed out of bounds. 298 yards for Mahomes today. Brown, his 2nd catch. Gives him the 1st down. He has 26 yards. So a timeout. We got 1:45 left here. 5, 6, 7. They're at the 48-yard line. Kansas City marching down the field. 1st down. A lot of time left here. 1st down, they're going to run an outside run to Kareem Hunt. 22. 22 is a 16 on the outside run. That's going to put him in grade A. 8, put him in grade A. 32 puts him in a standard defense. Going to be the 1st column. 22 is a 16. 15-yard run for Hunt. 106 yards on the day. That's a 1st down. Three, 13, 14, 15. Looks like Tennessee's going to call timeout. Using their 1st timeout. They're down to the 33-yard line. Mahomes bringing the team down. Trying to eat up the clock. There's 1.5 minutes left here in regulation. They're almost down into field goal range. Hunt's out for a second. In comes the kid from Rutgers coming in to run one. Pacheco, inside run. 8, going to put him into 8 index. 23, going to put him in a 3 line. Going to put him in a G line. 1st column, 64. 64 is an 18. 4-yard run for Pacheco. He's 13, 6 carries for 13 yards. Another timeout for Tennessee, as they're hoping to somehow get the ball back here. So now we got a 2nd down, 6 to go, 1:15 left in the game. 2nd and 6. Mahomes going to throw a short pass to Rashid Rice. Within the 30-yard line now. 46 is a 15. Don't know if that'll be any good or not. 7 puts him in a grade A. 65. On the 2nd and 6. That puts him in a D line. Even. So 2nd column. 46 was the 15. Completes it for no gain. Keeps the clock going. So Rice caught it. Tackled right away. That's going to make it 3rd down. They're going to let the clock run. 45 seconds left here. Looks like they're going to try to get set up here to maybe kick a field goal. So 3rd down, 45 seconds left. What's the call going to be? They're going to go an inside run to Kareem Hunt, the running back from Toledo. 36 is a 22. So 4 puts them in grade A with the big index they got, 35. It's going to put them in a standard. Odd. First column, 36. Is the 22. 2-yard run for Kareem Hunt. 108 yards on the day. The clock's going to run down. And we got ourselves a 4th down situation. And on comes the field goal kicker. 27-yard line. Bootker trying to kick a last-second 44-yard field goal to win this thing for Kansas City and avoid a huge upset loss. So Bootker, here we go. 43 is a 34 on the field goal attempt. Oh boy, that is not going to be any good. That's going to be an F8. An F8. 61. This game looks like it's going to overtime. F8. 61. Minus 14 yards and the ball bounces out of bounds. They cannot get the field goal. So the 44-yard field goal is no good. And this game is going to overtime. So we got a thriller in the first game of the tournament, as this game will be going to overtime. And let's talk about how we got here a little bit. Kansas City, they scored 10 points in the first quarter. Looked like they might just run away with this thing. Hopkins got a 3-yard pass from Mahomes, and a Bootler field goal was 10-0. But then Tennessee, when Spears fumbled the ball, Okonkwo picked it up and ran it in for a 37-yard fumble run to get Tennessee on the board. And then before halftime, Boyd caught a 15-yard pass from Levis. And Tennessee had the halftime lead. Third quarter, Rice a 3-yard pass from Mahomes. Kansas City had the lead, and Tennessee come back with a 48-yard field goal. 3 minutes left in the third period to tie it back up at 17. With little over 9 minutes left, Kelsey caught the 4-yard pass from Mahomes to pick Kansas City up by 7. And then Tennessee with 3:45 left, Okonkwo, 4-yard pass from Levis, his second touchdown. After some thought about possibly going for 2, they kicked the extra point to tie it up at 24. And that's where I picked up the action here. And Kansas City had a chance to win this thing in regulation. But the field goal attempt was fumbled. And now we are going to overtime. So as we go to overtime, if overtime rules are, team kicks a field goal, the other team, actually, both teams get a chance to touch the ball. Just the regular playoff overtime rules. Shake the dice here. If it comes up odd, Tennessee's going to get the ball first. If it comes up even, Kansas City will get the ball first. So odd is Tennessee. If it is odd, Tennessee will get the ball first. So Kansas City kicking off Bootker from the 35-yard line. Let's have a fun overtime period. So here is the kickoff. Using the big dice on the kickoff. Then the little dice is the one that decides what column I'm using. Kickoff, 41 for the kicker, Bootker. He's over here. Bootker, 41. 41 is a 38 on a kickoff. He is going to kick that thing through the end zone. And Tennessee's going to get the ball at the 30-yard line. Can Tennessee come down here somehow and pull off the big upset? They got it first down. Do there, just flip my cards over, put Levis down here, he's the quarterback. And I'll try to use my bingo chips here to keep the action flowing. So first down, 30-yard line. They've been in grade C like most of the whole game. So first down, going to go inside run to Pollard. Meaty part of the field. 16 is a 25. 43. It's going to be 43 is going to put them in the best, but it don't matter. 25 will be no gain for Pollard. So we got second down and 10. That looked like a wasted play for Tennessee. Second down, 10 to go. What's the call going to be? They're going to come out and they're going to throw a little short pass to Tyler Boyd. Levis. 61 is a 12. Short pass. Main part of the field. 9. That puts them in a, my chart puts them in a B index, which won't matter because Boyd was a B receiver anyway, so short pass. B index. 34. Puts them in a D. It'll be the first column. So 61 is a 12. Fires it. Caught. Boyd moves it. 6-yard gain. 212 yards passing for Levis today. 6-yard gain for Boyd. He's up to 3 catches for 33 yards. Gets it a much more manageable. Third down here. Third down, 4 to go. Pollard out and Spears is in at running back, and they decide they're going to throw a little short pass to Tajon Spears. 3rd and 4. Levis back in the pocket. 61's a 12. We'll see what happens. So it's C index, but he'll bounce up to a B because he's an A receiver. 22 on the 3rd and 4. That's going to put him in a standard defense. Even column. 61 is a 12. And he catches that for a 3-yard gain. He will not get the first down. Levis was a nice toss, but Spears goes out 1 yard short of the first down marker. And as much as I would think it'd be really fun to go for it, they decide they're going to punt it away on a 4th and 1. Out comes the punter. 22. 22 on Stonehouse is a 4. So we got an odd 4 on the punt. 52 TA. Nice booming punt. 1, 11, 21, 31, 41, 51, 52 to the TA. The TA will be Amari Jackson. Oh, TA will be Hardman. Hardman is the TA. That's why I couldn't find him. He's going to return it from the 9-yard line. 56 is a 26 in the P column. So 26, even 26 on a punt return. 1 yard return for Hardiman. He has 2 returns for 5 yards today. So we're at the 10-yard line, and here comes Kansas City. Mahomes, going to try and bring them down again. He brought them all the way down last time in regulation, had it lined up for a nice field goal, and they could not get the snap down. And here we go, Kansas City, their own 10-yard line. First score wins this thing now. And here we go, Kansas City. Let's see what Hunt's done today. 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Hunt has 16 carries for 108 yards today. I sort of think about maybe going to him on first down, and that's what they're going to do. First down, inside run, Hunt. Inside. 16 is a 24. 6 puts him in a grade A. Index. which they've been most of the time, but the snake eyes, that puts them in a 3 line, puts them in a G, first column, and they actually get a key on them. So 16 to the 24 drops to the 26. Does not affect it. It's still a 2-yard gain. 110 yards for Hunt. So now we got a 2nd down and 8 to go. The 12-yard line, 2nd and 8. What they going to do here? They're going to go a little short pass to the rookie Xavier Worthy. Mahomes back in the pocket. 24 is a 14. That might move him a little bit down the field, a little bit closer. 2 puts him in a B, which a receiver puts him in an A. 14 is going to put them on a 2nd and 8. Standard. First column. 24 is the 14. 8-yard completion. Moves the chains for the first down. What a nice catch. Worthy stretched out at the last second with the ball. It's the first down. He has 70 yards receiving today on 6 receptions. And here they come. They're up to the 20-yard line. As they move to a little bit bigger part of the field so they can open up their whole playbook here. First down. What's the call going to be? They're going to go a medium pass to Hopkins on first down. Try to make something happen here. Mahomes, medium pass. 44 is a 6 on a medium pass. 7 puts him in an A. Defense, 43. Puts him in a standard. First column, 44 is a 6. 27-yard pass to Hopkins. Got behind the defense. What a pitch and what a catch. Hopkins, 27 yards. He's up to 74 yards receiving on the day. Mahomes, 333 yards receiving. 27 yards. 10, 25, 26, 27. As they are just shy of midfield. How far we are. 11 and a half minutes left in the first overtime period. Somebody has to win this game here. So he's going to go another medium pass. Mahomes feels like he has the hot hand here. Here we go, medium pass. Rashee Weiss from the SMU. 56 is a 17. That ball's in a flutter. Incomplete pass to Rice. Well, we got ourselves a 2nd down. 10 to go. Just shy of the midfield. They're going to come back and they're going to throw a little short pass to Travis Kelce. Try to get some of the 10 yards here. 42. 42 is a 9, so we'll see what happens. 5 puts him in an A. 14 on the 2nd and 10 puts him in a standard. First column, 42. 42 is a 9. Kelce grabs that one. He goes 9 yards, just shy of the first down. Kelce's up to 82 yards receiving today. And we got ourselves a 3rd down situation. With 10:45 left here. We got ourselves a 3rd down. 1 to go. Yeah, they thought about throwing it, but they're going to go inside. They're going to go inside to Hunt. They're just going to try and get the first down. Handoff. Hunt inside. 41's a 25. They are not going to get the first down. Hunt is stopped. Now we got ourselves a 4th down. 4th and 1, and they are going to go for it on 4th and 1. what's the call gonna be? Short pass to Worthy. 43's a 29. Mahomes is gonna get sacked. Oh my, 5 puts him in a grade A. 53 puts him in a 1 defense. It's odd. 29, he is sacked for a 6-yard loss. Oh, the second guessers are going to come out now. 6-yard loss. Tennessee has the ball at midfield with a chance to go down and pull off the upset of upsets. And here we go, 50-yard line. Field goal would win this thing. First down, short pass to Pollard at the 50-yard line. 23's a 29. Levis is going to get sacked. 1 puts him in a C. 66 puts him in a 1 line. Odd. 23 is a 29. Levis gets hit for an 8-yard loss. That is the 4th time he's been sacked today. He's lost 29 yards in sacks. So there's the 8-yard loss. So second down. 18 to go. Not that much matters with the clock here, but we got 9:30 left in the first overtime here. But we'll keep playing football. Do we got a winner? So now we got second down. They're going to try a wide receiver screen to Ridley. Wide receiver screen. Levis. 63 is a 31 on a wide receiver screen. 3, that's going to put him in a B. C index bumps up to B because of receiver. 55, going to put him in a 1 line. 63 is a 31. We have a RP7. RP7, 3. RP7. Quarterback can't handle the center snap. Loose ball bounces up and is grabbed by 03, who's hit and fumbles. Ball rolls backwards 16 yards for the running back falls on it. 2, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Now it's third down. That ball was fumbled away. The running back, Pollard, falls on it. That's the 3rd time Houston fumbled today, but they haven't lost any of them. Quarterback Levis has thrown 2 interceptions. So now it's third down, and they have an absolute mile to go for it. There was an absolutely good situation here to possibly go down and kick a field goal and win the game. And now they got third down and a mile. So what's the call going to be? They'll throw a screen pass to Spears and just try to get some of the yardage back here. 22 is a 5. How big could this be? So Spears, 2. Put him at A. 13. A standard. Actually, it's going to be B standard. C index. A receiver. Puts him in a B. End up in standard defense. 22. 22 is a 5. Completes it for 14 yards. 229 yards passing today for Levis. So 14 yards to Spears. They cannot convert on third down. And it is fourth down. And Kansas City lives to play another play here. And on comes the field goal kicker for Tennessee. Stonehouse in to kick it away. Can he boom it down there? Stonehouse, 56 is a 6. Even 6. Even 6 on a punt will be 40 TA. 10, 20, 30, 40. TA Hardiman. See if Hardiman can get a decent return on this thing. From the 20-yard line. 13. P column is a 20. Odd 20 on a punt return. He got 9 yards on the return. Hardiman, not bad. 3 returns for 14 yards. Kansas City. Sooner or later, they got to come down and win this game. Otherwise, they can't give too many chances here. We got 8:45 here left in the first overtime. Let's see what we can do here with Patrick Mahomes and company. First down. 29-yard line. Pacheco's in it, running back. So first down, Pacheco. Outside run, Pacheco. 54. 54 is a 36. That's going to be a penalty. We got a 3:22 on a penalty. That is going to be a false start penalty. So now we got ourselves a first down and 15. First and 15. They're going to throw a short pass to Pacheco. Mahomes. Short to Pacheco. 36 is a 12. 7 puts him in a grade A. So Pacheco will be a grade A. 13. Actually, a blown coverage. They're going to be in the 3 line. Odd. 36 is a 12. 11-yard pass to Pacheco. 353 yards today for Mahomes. What a crazy game this has been for the first game of the 2025 with the 2024 set card tournament. So Pacheco 11 yards. Gets them back to a manageable second down, 4 to go. With 8:15 left here in the first overtime. Second down, 4 to go. Short pass, Noah Gray. Going to try and throw it to the tight end, who looks like the second tight end. Looks like he might be open. Mahomes, 43 is a 29. He is going to get sacked again. What is happening with the breakdowns? The 2. That puts him in a B index. Defense, 33. On the 2nd and 4. Puts him in a standard, even. He loses 4 yards on that sack. That is the 3rd time he's been sacked in the game. Kansas City playing like they do not want to win this game. So now they got a 3rd down. 8 to go. And they're going to throw a medium pass to Hopkins. See if Mahomes can make a Mahomes play. 3rd and 8. 56 is a 17. That ball's going to be an incomplete pass to Hopkins. They cannot get the first down. And they got to punt the ball away here. With 7:45 left in the period here. What a long game this has been. The punter comes out. The punter, 36, is a 6 on Razia. So we got an even 6 on the punt. It is a 40-yard punt to the TA. 40 yards. 9, 19, 29, 39, 40. The TA will be. There's Jackson. Had a return man earlier, but he was just on the wrong team. So Jackson is the return man here. Jaquan Jackson from the 29-yard line. 43. 43 is not going to be good. 43 is a 34. He is going to fumble to punt. 34. That will be an F3. Dice roll. F3. F3 23. Oh boy. They've made a lot of mistakes today. F3 23. He actually ran it back 16 yards and it rolled out of bounds. It is not a mistake. Ends up being an awesome punt return. 16-yard return for Jackson. And he does not even, it just goes right out of bounds. So Tennessee fighting through this thing. 7.5 minutes left here in regulation. Can Tennessee come down and score? They got a long ways to go. Got to move him his yardage. There they are, the 45-yard line. Here they go. Tennessee trying to come down and win this game. First down. What's the call going to be? They're going to go outside run to Pollard. Outside, 64s and 18. So let's see what the result is. 5 will put them in grade C. 16 puts them in a 3 line. The way I played, if they got 4 guys on that one there, that add up to 16 on defense. They do, because they got a really good defense. They're going to get a key on them. 64 is an 18, drops to 20. No gain for Pollard. Now we got second down. 10 to go. 7 minutes left. In regulation. Looking like they have to throw the ball. Levis, he's been okay. Had a couple interceptions, back-to-back interceptions a little bit earlier. And actually, Inkine got to come back in the game here in overtime, so he is going to get a 2nd and 10. Medium pass to Westbrook Inkine. Levis back in the pocket. Medium pass. Snake Eyes is a 3. What a toss. What a catch. 7. C is going to be a B receiver. Defense, 41. 41 on a 2nd and 10. Puts them in a 1 line. Second column. Snake Eyes is the 3. 29-yard pass to Westbrook. Levis hits Westbrook with a beautiful looking toss. His first catch of the game. First down. Let's see where that puts him on the old football field. Probably almost in the field goal range. 10, 20, 5, 29 yards down to the 26-yard line. Tennessee. They're in a situation they could pull off the huge upset here. 6.5 minutes left in the first. Overtime, and I think they're just going to probably try to slow it down a little bit here. Inside run, Spears on first down. They're within a little bit shorter part of the field. Spears, 35 on the inside run. 0. That actually puts them in grade A. So that my charts were 10% chance they could be an A no matter how bad you are. So they make a good play there. So they're an A index. 42. Puts them in a standard. Odd. Put the 42. If the runner a pass, they got 2 guys add up to 8. It's going to be a key on them. So 35 is a 17. Drop to 19. 2-yard run for Spears. He has 34 yards on the day. So we got second down. 6 minutes left. 2nd and 8. I don't think I want Levis to throw the ball anymore. I think they're just going to keep trying to run it. They're going to go back inside to Pollard. They're going to play for a field goal attempt. 2nd and 8, handoff, Pollard. 9. That actually puts them in a B index. 54. That puts them in a 1 line, but they're going to be blitzing with Jones. 61's a 22. Goes up to 20. He gets 1 yard. Pollard 1 yard. 54 on the day. Now we have a 3rd down. Third down and 7. We're going back to Spears inside. 3rd and 7. Handoff. Snake Eyes is a 15. He's in a bust through there. 7 puts him in a C index. 51. Actually puts him in a 1 line, a D line. Even. Handoff. 15. He rumbles through there for 11-yard gain for Spears. 45 yards on the day. 1st down. 3rd down conversion. They were probably ready to line up for the field goal, but now what's the call here? 8, 9, 10, 11. They're down to the 12-yard line. 1st down at the 12. And they're bringing out the field goal kicker. They're going to try and end this thing right now. They don't want Levis to Levis this game up. So in comes Folk in. 12-yard line, be a 29-yard field goal for the big upset in the first game of the tournament here. As number 16 is trying to knock off number 1. And here we go. Folk. 14 is a penalty. 35. Penalty is going to be a 126 on the Phil Malloy chart. 126, that's a 5. That's going to be a neutral zone infraction. Got to ignore the play, and it is a 5-yard penalty. 5 yards closer. 80 yards in penalties today for Kansas City. Now they got a 1st down and 5. Is that going to change their thinking? It is not. They're going to try to kick the field goal again. This time 7 yards. It's be a 7 plus 17, a 24-yarder. 13. 13 is an 18 from the 7-yard line. That ball is good. 24-yard. No, 17-yard. Let's go with the 24-yard field goal for Nick Folk here. With just under 5 minutes left in the overtime period. And Tennessee, somehow, the number 16 seed knocks off the number 1 seed, Kansas City, in the tournament and puts Kansas City into the loser's bracket. And Tennessee's going to go on with the winner bracket. That's got to be probably the biggest upset in these football games I may have ever had. I'll be back in a minute with some statistics. Little recap here of the tremendous upset in the first round of the double elimination tournament with the 2024 teams as Tennessee Titans somehow win this game on a 24-yard field goal by Nick Folk in overtime. Final Tennessee 27-24. Go over some of the statistics here for the game. Total yards, Kansas City had 458 total yards in the game to 338 total yards for Tennessee. Tennessee fumbled the ball 3 times. They didn't lose any of the fumbles. And they threw 2 interceptions. Kansas City didn't have any turnovers at all. It's a couple of the big things that really hurt Kansas City today is they had 11 penalties for 80 yards, where Tennessee only had 5 for 30 yards. Plays were pretty even, 72 for Kansas City, 69 for Tennessee. Tennessee was 6 for 10 on 3rd down conversion, 60%, where Kansas City was only 25%. go to the other side here, and well, we can see that Tennessee had 110 yards rushing the ball, 3.5 yards a carry, and Kansas City 123 yards rushing the ball. They averaged 4.9 yards a carry. Kansas City had 23 first downs, Tennessee 18. So really statistically, Kansas City had a pretty big edge. Go over some of the performances today. Mahomes, he ended up 34 for 44 for 353 yards, 3 touchdowns, and no interceptions. Levis actually did pretty good. He had a couple of interceptions early in the game. Back-to-back throws were picked off. But then he bounced back strong. He was 25 for 34 for 257 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 2 interceptions. Running the ball today, Kareem Hunt had 18 carries, 111 yards. And Pacheco, 6 carries for 13 yards. Running for Tennessee, Pollard, 18 for 54, and Spears, 8 for 45. They tried one end around, and Okolano lost 2 yards on it. And Levis did run the ball for 13 yards in scrambles. Receiving today, Ridley, 5 catches, 54 yards. Okonkwo, 7 catches, 57 yards. He had a touchdown. Pollard, 4 catches, 44. Boyd, 3 for 33. And Westbrook Hakeem, 1 for 29. Actually, Spears, he had 4 catches for 30 yards. So statistics were really kind of pushed towards Kansas City's way. Kelsey was targeted 11 times. He had 11 catches for 82 yards. He had a touchdown. Worthy, he was knocked out early in the game for a little bit, but he had 6 catches for 70 yards. Hopkins, 5 catches, 74 yards, and a touchdown. And we had one other touchdown. His Rice come off the bench, and he called a little 3-yard touchdown pass. So he had 3 catches, 7 yards for 1 touchdown. So really a well-played game, and a game I would expected Kansas City probably to roll by a couple, 3 touchdowns, but this is why we play the games. Excuse me, for the great upsets that can happen, and this is definitely a big one. And hope you enjoyed the bonus football here. Wasn't planning on doing any football today on here, but the game was so close. Thought I'd throw on, last 5-6 minutes of the game here. And Kansas City kick a field goal, the game would end. I didn't expect it to go to overtime and go on as long as it did. So if you made it to the end, you guys, thanks for sticking around. And as always, keep playing the Apba sports games. You never know what can happen. You can have crazy games like this one right here. And on to the next game of the tournament, and that'll be the Detroit Lions hosting the New York Giants, playing that one the next day or two. So you guys have a great week. Goodbye.